See, once you are married, you are married. I don't know where this idea of separate rooms come from. Do your spouse feel that they are respected? That is a question you need to ask yourself. Hello loves, you are welcome to my channel. I'm Faith Uche Okuo. Here we talk about marriage, relationship and family. So if it sounds like what resonates with you or what you're interested in, please subscribe and hit on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Meanwhile, congratulations to the newlywed. You are welcome to the marriage team. This video is for you. All couples can also benefit from the video. Every house you see on the street, it has a foundation that will enable it to last for a long time. That is how marriage is. All marriage needs a solid foundation so that it can stand the test of time and to be successful. In this video, I deliberated on various steps that can help you to build a solid marriage foundation. So stick around to the end of the video. So communication is very important in marriage. Its importance can never be overemphasized. Any marriage that lacks proper communication have the tendency of crashing in the nearest future. So what makes a good communication in the marriage is the ability for the couples to listen carefully to each other. You want to listen in order to learn about your spouse and understand them more better instead of listening just to win arguments. There is also bound to be conflict in the home sometimes because we are not perfect. We are all created as imperfect humans. So conflict must arise. But when there is proper communication, it helps to limit the number of conflicts that arise in the home. So newlyweds want to take note of that. You want to communicate more in your home. And also when you are offended, don't keep it inside, thinking that your spouse will automatically know what's going on with you. Say it out. Your spouse is not a mind reader, so it will be difficult to identify the problem or what the fault is. And so when your partner tells you what the problem is, be kind enough to apologize. It is the ability for you to say, I am sorry and thank you, that helps to build an effective communication in the home. And doing this will help your marriage foundation to be solid, just like that house we mentioned earlier. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be wrong before you can say sorry. Trust is another factor that adds to the growth of every union. When there is lack of trust in the home, insecurities begin to creep in. And I know you trust your partner enough, that's why you decide to get married. But while in the home, you can still continue to build your trust for each other. Although trust is not a commodity that you can just go to the market and buy, it is a quality or an attribute that you build over time. So now that you are in the marriage, you can continue to build on your trust for your spouse over time in the marriage. And you can do this by having an effective communication, just as we've mentioned earlier. Communication and trust goes together. So while communicating with your spouse, you want to have or maintain eye contact. Limit communication through chatting or through text messages. And while doing this, you want to be transparent enough with your spouse. Avoid secrets. Be honest with them when discussing. Don't hide anything from your spouse. Even the little things, say it. Secret is something that destroys marriage like fire. Like a fire that spreads. That is how secret is. The minute your partner notices that you are secretive, he begins to have doubts. So be open-minded while you are discussing with your partner. I've heard of a marriage that collapsed just because the wife hid a secret from the man. She built a house, and the same man, her husband, is paying rent for that house. So that's something that you might look that, okay, the woman is trying to save money, but it is being secretive. She hid it from her husband. So you want to be transparent enough in your home. Don't be secretive. It is something that destroys marriage really quick. For the newlyweds that just got married, It could be easy for you to spend quality time together because you are still in the spirit of your honeymoon. But as you progress in your marriage, it could become difficult to do this because the world we live in does not make it easy for couples to spend quality time together. There is distraction everywhere. You go to work in the morning and come back late in the evening. The TV is there to distract you, and even the internet is there to distract you. Families and friends could also be a source of distraction, and so days could go by without you speaking or sharing deep moments with your spouse. So, having quality time or spending quality time together as a couple does not come by chance. It requires proper planning from you and your partner. It is important to do this because it provides opportunity for growth in the home. It is this growth that enhances the spark in your relationship for a long time. So commitment is needed from you and your partner to make this work. One thing that can help you to do this is to schedule your time. Schedule the time that you spend together. You can do it every week. And while doing this, you want to put your phones and the TV away for the meantime so that you spend quality time together. And this idea of couples having different rooms, it is not proper. You want to shun that idea. That is a killer or stealer of time for couples. See, once you are married, you are married. I don't know where this idea of separate rooms come from. It will separate you from your partner. The time you are supposed to spend together will be reduced because you both have separate rooms, and it causes couples to drift apart. So you want to put that idea aside. Base together in the same room. Stay together. Having separate rooms will only destroy the time you are going to spend together as a couple. Even the Bible says you have become one. Share everything together. Doing this will make the intimacy in the home grow. But when you have separate rooms, you see that you begin to drift apart without you even knowing it. You will not realize it when you start drifting apart because of the separate rooms you have. If you want to have a separate room, you just stay single. Don't get married. Another thing that can help you spend quality time together as a family is to do chores together with your spouse. We know it's the duty of the wife to take care of the home and prepare meals for the family. But you, as the husband, you could take out time from your busy schedule to assist your wife in doing this. Or you could do it together as a family. You could do it together as husband and wife. While doing this could provide room for intimacy between you and your spouse. Although it is most frowned out for men to do chores in the home, but you know what you want to achieve, that is having time with your spouse. So you don't want to look at what people will say. Some persons might call you all sorts of names. In this part of the world, they might call you human rapper. But since you know what you want to achieve that quality time with your spouse, with your wife. The little time you have, squeeze it out and spend it with your wife, even in doing chores. When you do it together, it will provide room for you to have intimacy with your wife. So don't look at what people will say, all sort of names that people will call you. Don't look at that because you know what you want to achieve. And some women take this for granted. If you see that your husband tries to help you, some women will take it for granted. Please, as a wife, don't take it for granted. It is not easy for the man to humble himself and try to help you in doing chores in the house. So don't take it for granted and be grateful for it. Having a husband that will bring himself down to assist you with those chores, it is a blessing. And you can also send your spouse quick text messages when you are not at home. Just call and say I love you. It's as simple as that, but it goes a long way. These are little ideas that can help you solve those distractions we mentioned earlier. Doing this will help to improve the intimacy in the home. You could even drop little pieces of paper all over the home, saying nice words to your spouse. So you want to engage more in activities that you both enjoy. Showing respect to your spouse involves respecting their boundaries. their personal space, and their opinions. The kind of respect you will show to your religious leader and your boss in the office. You want to first of all show it to your spouse in the home. As a lady, as a wife, what kind of dish do you use to serve your husband? Do you use the kind of plate you use to serve your children to dish your husband's food? As a man, how do you talk to your wife in the home and outside? Do you talk to her in such a way that people begin to question if she's really your wife? As the wife, how do you talk to your husband in the presence of your children? Do you belittle your husband simply because he does not have money to take care of the home anymore? These are questions you need to ask yourself as husbands and wives. Respect your spouse in such a way that they feel respected. It's not a matter of, oh, I think I respect her enough. Oh, I think I respect my husband enough. Do your spouse, do your husband and your wife or your wife feel that they are respected? That is a question you need to ask yourself. Don't just conclude that you think you respect them enough. Respect is very vital in all homes. I know of a marriage that got crumbled because of lack of respect. The woman will talk to the man the way she likes. The husband will go to work every day, come back to the home without food on the table. And then the husband got tired of it. He decided to find solace in the arms of another woman. So respect plays a vital role in all homes. If you want your marriage to be successful, if you want the foundation to be firm, you have to respect your spouse. The Bible says, do whatever you want men to do to you, do them also to them. That is also applicable for respect. When you respect your wife, it will be easy for her to respect you as a man and as the husband of the house. And when you respect your husband, it will be easy for him to respect you as a wife of the home. And as a team, work together to achieve your shared goals. You are no longer a single person, you've become a team. Marriage has brought you together. So you want to work together to achieve your shared goals, to bring unity to the home. One should not relax to wait for the other to put in all the work and all the effort. Sit together, talk about it, if possible, draft it out, and work together to achieve your shared goals in the home. This will bring unity to the marriage. In building a solid marriage foundation, you have to be willing to compromise. Don't be too rigid in your decision making, thinking or saying that, oh, I'm the head of the house, my decision stands, my decision is final. Don't be too rigid. Without the neck, the head cannot stand, and the wife is the neck. So you want to give room to listen to her suggestions. And as the wife, don't insist that your husband have to take all your opinions, all your suggestions, he has to take it. Compromise is very important in decision making between couples. So be willing to compromise and don't insist that things always have to be in your own way. Make yourself available for your partner at all times, during challenging times and joyful moments. Don't be too busy for your spouse. Make yourself available for them when they need a shoulder to lean on. Create time to be with them. Sit down as a couple and talk about your finance. It is very important. Money is useful in marriage. You need money for everything in the home. So sit down and draft it out. How much are you earning as the man? How much are you earning as the woman? You need to sit down together and talk about it. You can decide to make a budget for every month and try as much as possible to stick to that budget. Paste it everywhere in your home to remind yourself of the budget, in order for you to limit the way you spend, and you can be able to direct the finance to other important aspects in the home. Among the both of you, who you think can manage finance very well should take charge in the finance of the home and manage it in such a way that the family will benefit from it and there will be growth financially in the home, so that tomorrow you will not have issue of this person is spending more than I am spending. Doing this will help to improve your finance. There will be no extravagant spending. So we have gradually come to the end of this video, and I hope this video was helpful to you in some ways. If you find this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts with me. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next one. Bye for now.